Yeah. And we're live, and I hope we stay live, and I hope we don't get cut off or anything like that. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have my utmost respect for you. Shout out to the entrepreneurs, stay at home moms and pops, retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to my fellow content creators. There is lovely Aneka right there in the chat, my fellow content creator. Hit lovely Aneka up, go over and resonate with her content. Tell our SouFLoTV sent you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Don't let that go over your head. Wanting good for others as much as you want good for yourself is a character trait that tells that you are a good person. Yeah? All right. Here we are on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Today is the 22nd of April, 2025. And we are here. We are happy to be here. We're feeling alive and elated and thankful and all these things. Nothing in life to complain about. Nothing at all. Life is good. Life is good. Even with anything going on, life is still good. Right? So we give thanks. Man, we have some things to talk about this morning. We're going to get into all that in a minute, but let me greet up the audience first. The chat room is open this morning to subscribers only. So it won't be just green names in this morning. You'll see a few names that are not green, but they are subscribers. All right. So I got that idea from Jerome. Jerome said, open the chat to only subscribers sometimes. That means if they want to watch, they would have to be forced to subscribe, right? So we went with that idea and it's been working so far. So we're keeping to that, right? That way we don't have a bunch of loose people in here causing problems and they're not even subscribed to the channel or anything. Anyways, shout out to the first person that tuned in this morning, though, Grace James. You're right there. I appreciate you greatly. Audrey Wright, big up yourself. Thank you for being here, morning farm and present teacher. Let me see if I can pin this message, pin message that I put. Now it's at the top of the chat with the call in number. All right. Lovely Aneka, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Kai Tai Jai Empress. Upment. Karen Notice is in the building. Wayne Nathan is here. Mr. Article, Don Sharon Spence. Dion Ricketts is with us. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Curry's in the building. Virtuous Fire, Kaz Robinson. Senior Sexy is in the building with us this morning as well. Thank you for being here. Donna Davis, thank you for being here. Dorothy T, thank you for being here. Crystal G, JC, thank you. JC, big up yourself. Afternoon from the UK. Thank you for being here. Let me see who else. Mr. Brom is in the building. Bromel, thank you for being here. Only for name in a white. They're gonna say, why you never call out the people whose names are in white? SouFLo. It's an extra special thing for the green name people. Them. I hope you understand that. Let's Born TV. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Dorothy T again. All right, there we go. Listen, let's see what's on the table this morning. Let's get right into it. First of all, I woke up nervous because starting the live, you know, I explained to you yesterday how much work goes into actually putting a live together in order to publish it before I even go live, before you see me like this. So I'm up this morning, I'm praying, I'm saying, God, please don't make the internet stuck. And the first thing I did was call Spectrum. I just did, you know, the preemptive, call them already and make them know, say, listen, restart my modem from your place and do whatever troubleshoot you got to do before I even start. So I hope it works and I hope we're on good track this morning. All right. One more thing that was rattling my nerve that I have to say quickly. A lot of people watch these videos and they watch videos that I put up like me never do no research or nothing. They watch videos that I put up like they know more than anybody else. If you know more than anybody, if you're going to watch a piece of video that has information in it, why do you watch the video thinking you know more? Just go in with an open mind, right? And you might learn something. You know, my granny used to say even a fool can teach you something. Not true? So even if I'm a fool, I could probably still teach you something. Anyways, I realize that a lot of people go in with like for instance, the video we did yesterday about the citizens. Uh, those weren't my words. Those were the words of the press secretary for the White House. The press secretary for the White House held a briefing where she said outright that the president is considering ways to deport citizens. People in the comment section, first of all, a citizen cannot be deported. And if it's a citizen, then the word is not deported. The other word you would use is, I'm bringing information as information was given. That's what they call it, deported. So who am I to change it? I have to give it to you the way they give it to me, as in, or to us, as to keep it credible. That's what they call it, right? And then, of course, the rest of the people who are like, that can't happen. And okay, whatever. On to yesterday when we talked about the young man who was missing from the resort in Jamaica. Mrs. Somebody frig up the whole comment section by simply saying this. If it's the Englishman, he's all right. He told Papa to take him off. Then Missy one woman said, oh my God, another tourist missing. And then her later comment was, oh, I just saw a comment that he's okay. So now you have one person with misinformation and the next person and the next person. All right, him okay, him okay. He told Popeye to take him off. What part of listen don't you get? I wasn't speaking of no English man. I clearly said the youth is 15 years old. He's not a man. And he's not from England. He's from Dominica or Dominican Republic. One of them other islands there. I forgot where he's from. It's on the video from yesterday. But on just listen, man. Listen. Because when we do these videos, you know, we actually put effort into them because we're really genuinely trying to help. In saying that, though, now I noticed that one of the most important pieces of information was not given out. If you're going to say that a young man, 15 years old, a child, went missing at a resort in Jamaica, don't you think that the first thing you should put out along with his description is which resort he went missing from? They didn't put out which resort he went missing from. So, I mean, that's weird in itself. But anyway, it wasn't no Englishman. It was a 15-year-old boy, and he is still missing. And it's been 1 week and 2 days now that he's been missing. He went out, he disappeared. He was last seen walking around the resort, on the grounds of the resort, wearing all black, black shirt, black shorts, black Crocs, and a book bag on his back, and he disappeared. They haven't seen or heard from him since. All right. This morning, though, now that we're up to it, this morning we have on the board. I want you to listen because you're going to choose where I start, and then I'm going to start this up. Kanye West confession. Kanye West made a confession yesterday that had the internet in shambles. I sucked my cousin's dick till I was 14. Kanye West said a bunch of other things behind that as well. So Kanye West confessions is one. There's a situation brewing in Jamaica right now. Striker one say I lie. I lie. And that him say there's a situation brewing in Jamaica right now where motorists are taking their auto problems to Chinese mechanics. That means Chinese mechanics have started opening up mechanic shops in Jamaica for local Jamaicans. You know, Chinese people that they already, but they don't really work for, they don't have these businesses. They have like the wholesale places, and then you have those who do construction who come with the Chinese company of mainland China. But apparently them start opening up mechanic shops, and the Jamaicans are taking their cars to them versus taking their cars to the local Jamaicans mechanic. So we're going to talk about that because I said wait till they start doing home repairs, building projects, and all other works that are needed to be done by people locally. Our contractors then will have to shape up or ship out. Is this a takeover? So that's that. Kanye confession. Lisa Hyper. Remember what happened to Lisa Hyper recently? Lisa Hyper was going through her episodes recently. One of the big accusations that was made by her was that Beenie Man, dancehall icon Beenie Man, raped her. And she said it. And lo and behold, yesterday there was Lisa Hyper hugging up Beenie Man, or Beenie Man hugging up Lisa Hyper. She issued an apology to him also as well. We can start this up. And Lisa also was in the company of the Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, yesterday as well. You know, we can talk one bag of things there. So Gaza side said PMP, Lisa did over PMP, gone jail, P, no, switch side, etc., what the crowd had to say, all that other stuff. So we have Kanye West, Chinese mechanic, Lisa Hyper, and no more made in China. China has stopped sending stuff to the United States of America that is really, really needed in all industries in the United States. Some very important things. China lock it off. China lock off the pipe. So soon there will probably be no more made in China in the United States of America. That's what we have this morning. You choose where we start. I have to tell you when to start because I have to time it. It's 60 seconds. So you choose where we start and we go with what you say. Start now. It's 7:51. It's at 7:51. We're done. Talk to me. Let's see what we're doing. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Let me cue this up. Lisa, 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 Lisa. Audrey says Lisa. King Big says Lisa. Missy Bram Bram says Lisa. Dorothy T says Lisa. Craig Thompson. Morning, SouFlo. Morning, family. Other crazy critter says Shannon Sharpe. Lisa again. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. It's running fast. We can't keep up. Chanel Brown. Lisa. SouFlo, give me the mechanic 100% 100,000 salt. Wait there. Lisa, 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 Lisa. A beer Lisa, me I say. All right, Lisa, you're trending this morning on SouFLoTV. So Lisa, it is going to be. Lisa, 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 Lisa. We are 30 up. Up there we are. That's 1 minute. Boy, the 1 minute they go by fast. Sometimes 1 minute take longy, and sometimes 1 minute just quick. Just now 1 minute quick, boy. All right, Lisa it is. Pretty much everybody said Lisa. Ernestine Belizaire says, good morning. Start from Lisa. Tony Brown says Lisa. Craig Thompson, Lisa. JC, Lisa. Simon G, Lisa. Simon G, Lisa Hyper. Sexy Son, US, Lisa. Everybody, Lisa. Mr. Bram Bram, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Malate, up, up, up. Great goodies. Thank you for being here. Big up yourself. Theodore R says Pope Francis. Theodore R, where I talk about? Nobody never said nothing about no Pope Francis. Okay, let me get back into my English. So, Lisa Hyper. Remember when Lisa kicked off the other day and she wasn't doing too well mentally? Y'all remember what I said? Let me put my glasses on so I can feel very studious. Y'all remember what I said, right? I said Lisa needs forgiveness. And anybody who actually really cares about her would see that forgiveness would help her, right? Right. All right. So first of all, I'll be the one to say, Beenie Man, the utmost respect to you. Because honestly, if I was Beenie Man, even though I talk the talk, it would still be very hard for me. We'd have to go through a process, right? We would have to go. I would need her to stand in front of a microphone publicly and say it out loud. Loud. Beenie Man is right here. He did nothing to me. I was going through my issues because the problem is a lot of people still don't understand what took place. You know what I mean? So if you don't know it, when Lisa broke mentally not too long ago, among all the accusations she was making, which I'm pretty sure now is going to have other people thinking that everything she said was a lie. Me, I'm taking everything she said with a grain of salt because she wasn't in her right frame of mind. And if that can be not true, then everything else could possibly be not true as well. You know, people are going to say, some might a true man and some might a lie, and she just mixed the lie with the true, but she never did. Me not going to all that. I'm going to say she wasn't in her right mind and she was saying a whole bunch of stuff. Big of her, well, it is her responsibility. I remember also while she was doing all this enough, I said, when she get back to normal, a track is going to be there for her to see. So I know like people, it's not like people are gonna tell her, say, yo, you know, so the other day when you did off, you did say Beanie rape you, and she can say, no, me never said that. And we didn't have any proof. You know, she said it. It was recorded. Everybody saw it, among all the other things that she has said. So she's come full circle now, where she got her treatment. She's back out of treatment. Um, and Mrs. She and Beenie Man a hug up. And the way how Beanie looked at her, Beanie looked at her like, because remember we were saying Beenie Man need to come forward and say something. So I have to be the first one out the gate because I was saying, no, Beenie Man, you need to come out and say something. Because if anybody call my name or anything like that, I'm coming out immediately to say something. Well, what we don't know, we don't know. Like, for instance, this ain't Lisa's first rodeo. And she's apparently been close to Beenie Man for some time now. So I'm guessing Beenie know her better than we know her. So when the accusation there happened, he was off busy doing what he was doing shows overseas and whatnot. And he was like, I'm not giving that any energy because obviously she's in a space where a data go on with her again. Hurry up and get her some help, right? So he treated it like that. To see him hugging her now, and she looked at him like, you my dad, or you one of my caretakers, or I respect you so much, you know? And she issued an apology and she thanked him for being, her apology basically said, you have never done anything to me but good. And your contributions to my career over the years, you've stood by me from the beginning of this journey up till now, you know, never forsaken her or anything. So SouFlo, she said him are the real king. Well, she not gonna say anything. We're gonna get into that in a minute, because we're gonna go PNP side to now and JLP and all that. You know, her apology basically clears all that up. Basically, never do nothing to her. She was not in her right mind. She said all that, and she also thanked him for all the years of mentorship and being there for her over the years, you know, through thick and thin and so forth. So big up to Beanie for that. Because the average person, it takes a big person for somebody to accuse you of something like that. Name call pan rape, oh God, man. And then, you know, you the same person who forgive that person after them put you out there. Like that could be very damaging, you know, especially in this climate, in this day and age. A popular entertainer's name is called on rape. You have promoters stop book you. You have corporate sponsors pull away from you. There's so many things that could happen in the meantime until it's cleared up. And a lot of the times, even after it's cleared up, them don't want to see you again. So shout out to Beenie Man for doing exactly what I said Lisa needed. And I wasn't just talking to Beenie Man if it's not true and I forgive her. I was talking to everybody else that cut her off. I think she and Sean Storm's still good. I've seen her with Bounty Killer, so I know Bounty have her in a good space as well. Haven't heard anything about her and Vibes Cartel though, but it would be good to forgive on that level as well. Cartel have a whole other angle to deal with though, because as much as I'm out here saying, yo, because Lisa have her papers, right, and she can fly out. So just like how you say Black Rhino link up with Vibes Cartel in New York for the Barclays show, Lisa Hyper then being intricate part of his Gaza movement because she's the only female that left standing over there. I was thinking she should be on these shows too. Now would be the time for Lisa to be in Barbados, doing that big show and just doing a Barbados. To be in, all these other places that he's going doing these shows. But obviously, that relationship is sour. On Cartel's part, it has to do with Sidem. Because if I should think like, if me I think like my wife, if I should use Shakira as an example, you can't forgive her, but she can't come back around. And that's that's where I'm thinking if I'm guessing my wife right, it would be, yeah, you can forgive her and all that, but she can't come back around. And not only that, the things that she said, she have to go come out and say, yeah, me and him wasn't doing nothing. I was just mad and I was saying XYZ. But if she's sober and straight now and good now mentally, and she still say, that's what me say, me not taking it back, and that happened, then of course say Cinema and Cartel a fight behind the scenes. Because you were sleeping with Lisa since you came out of prison while you with me, etc. Your wife ain't gonna just let that go. Your woman now gonna just make that slide. I don't care. Nah, it's gonna be some drama behind that. So once drama in your relationship and in your house, that woman kind of have the upper hand now. So Cinema gonna say, keep her as far away as possible, and that's gonna be the end of that. So it's gonna be hard for them to patch that relationship. And for Lisa, look at recently, I think Cartel was in Barbados, right? Is in Barbados. Tommy Lee Sparta flew out to Barbados to do that show with him. Right now, Popcorn is in Canada. I thought Popcorn was in the US. I don't know why Popcorn make a video where say him in the US and him there Brickell downtown Miami, which it sent everybody into a frenzy. If at that, we're happy for you. But he wasn't. It looked like he was in Canada. But if Cartel, what's gonna happen now is when he flies to different places to do shows, he's going to be able to link up with all the rest of the people from his Gaza movement. Lisa will not be one of them, apparently, until them patch the relationship good. For sure. I'm sure Sidem is sitting there saying, as long as she's not there, I don't care. Because she always feel like there's something that go on with them, between Armand and Lisa, right? Right. And if you know the history, you remember the viral picture? People saying it's a video. It wasn't a video, it was a picture. But there's something did in our mouth. Yeah. So if you know that, I don't think my wife would be cool with that either. And she's still saying we did not do it just now. Plus, I heard some disparaging comments from her recently, like, "Oh, if your wife, woman, we can't even cook, and she not clean house, she wake up and not even spread bed, and all these things." See, it just get worse and worse on that end. But shout out to Beenie Man for being forgiving and for understanding that she was not in the right frame of mind saying those things, even though they were pretty disparaging things that could have been used against Beenie Man in the worst way. Being up on the up and up now, And I want to say that I do believe that it is Vibes Cartel that came back and gave Beenie Man life. And I don't say that in a no disrespectful way. Beenie been here, been doing his thing for sure. But Beenie hasn't been trending. Think about it, y'all. Was Beenie Man trending heavily before Vibes Cartel came out of prison? The answer to that is no. The answer to that is no. When you tell the truth, then don't like you, right? But remember, I know we're not doing this from no biased place. We're talking about iron sharpening iron. We're talking about motivation, one motivating the other, etc. Cartel has inspired a lot of people to get up and go. Yesterday, a brother said, or an article was printed that said, more God songs are being done in dancehall now more than ever. My comment was, thank Vibes Cartel for that. Because he came out saying God is the greatest. Here's somebody to me now. SouFLo, Mavado, and Popcorn did have whole heap of God song before My Monday. He called him My Monday before My Monday get released or come out of prison. It's not the fact that they didn't have God songs before. It's the person who make things trend. Remember, I know some things where Cartel said other people said them before, but nobody paid attention to you when you said it. The fact that he said it made it become something that everybody wants to say. There's a difference. There's something called influence, right? Right. There's something called influence. So when him come out and said God is the greatest. Remember the other day, a beer who did not throat and bad girl me love and gunshot in her face and everybody was a chopper. And we were crying out for like a balance in the music. We weren't saying everybody should just go church with the music, but put a balance in it, man. Sing about something else. Be more creative in your writing, etc. Damn, put like a more God back in it then. Hey, he came out, he said God is the greatest. Mr. Everybody start write God song. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, Sean.
Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm looking for Sean.
How them people, man? Anyway, here we go. Who is that? Audrey writes. Listen, if Carter run for prime minister, know him win. Missy Bram Bram. But Missy Bram Bram, you remember me did say that before? I said if Vybz Cartel run for prime minister, he would win. And me get cuss out. I drink some beetroot with lemon with lime squeezing it. Anyway, yeah, I said if Cartel ran for prime minister, he would win. And that's the power of the influence that they're afraid of. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. Vybz Cartel started saying God is the greatest. From the start saying God is the greatest, you see the momentum in dancehall shift. The momentum shifted to people start talking about more uplifting things. Worse him gonna drop the song God is the greatest, right? Well, today is a new day. Give thanks for life. Yeah, once him drop that, I just bear God song me here all over the place, which is very welcoming. It's a good thing. But you have to give credit where credit is due. They're calling on our government name SouFLo. Everybody knows my name, Sean. We just don't want to disclose any more information than that. Yeah. So this is actually my business phone, or this is the phone that I give to the number I give to people to keep away from my private phone number. So you're gonna get them called every once in a while. That's a robot call. Oh, Dr. Serious said, "Oh, Dr. Serious, big up yourself. Everyone get their time in the limelight. This season it's cartel season." Dorothy T says, "Yeah, and well, very well so. But on the cartel we are talking about, we just diverted a little bit because he happens to be in the line of fire right now concerning Lisa Hyper, and I would like to see him forgive her as well. Not only forgive her, but work with her if that Lisa want. Come here, Lisa says she don't want certain people back round her. She don't go back round certain people. A chapter there in her life done. She cut it off. She gone like she do her own thing now. Every time I pick up my phone, it's Lisa again. Lisa again. So right now she look like she's been doing the work. And when I say doing the work, it mean like she out her road. Right? You know how dancehall go. You have to be there. You have to be at the venues. You have to be performing. You have to be out our road. These kind of things. Drop a super chat if you got it like that. Dr. Serious, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. So there was Lisa and let me see. On Tropics. Lisa and the Prime Minister. Lisa says, it was a pleasure and an honor meeting you at Andrew Holness. You're even more handsome in person. See it? She and the Prime Minister there. Lisa come out in her all green. Man, you know. Vibes Cartel said, everybody knows that me a PNP. So a PNP over on that side there, right? Him say maybe it's because of the area I come from, but you know, cause the area there is known as a PNP area and these things. At least I come from the same area. And at least I used to say PNP as well. Now, I mean, when she says she cut off certain people and she's switching it up, and I guess this is what she means. You know, she'll go full 100 in the opposite direction. What she said, 100 wholeness, government badness. At least I look like it's a kiss to reach in for so. Andrew, mine, you know, mine, cause things will change for you, you know. At least I have a song out named Hard Drive right now. I don't know if Andrew hear Hard Drive. If I just one night. Alright. Lisa said, me know say I feel cocky, but you are moved too unkind. Yeah, so the ghetto slam. I mean the man one that give me the girl with the wickedest slap. You kind of girl when you feel up she want. And if you want to forget the medal, you have to get that slap from a real ghetto. Hey. And if you never get your pedal and wheel, and if you never get your banana peel, you have to know how good loving feel. You have to find a girl with live a Maxwell. All right. So here the comment section now. This was sending me. The comment section. One person said the woman them vex, you know. They are vexed that Lisa meet up with the Prime Minister. Hear this. Lisa favor Caterpillar 347 likes to that one comment. Lisa favor Caterpillar. Jamaican people can say so something, you know. Me not even remember Caterpillar, you know. Oh, you look for somebody else and they favor Caterpillar. I didn't remember something named Caterpillar. Our next person said Nike or Adidas because our outfit mix up. Boy, one next one said, boy, ever since Lisa not their own cartel anymore, she just look dry out so the glow is gone. These are all women. I'll tell you when a man make a comment. One next person said, Andrew, afraid you fuck. On the part me language, me I read the comment them. Andrew, afraid you fuck. One next person said, she is the weapon with is formed against herself and everybody around her. 156 comments for Andrew Afraid you fuck. 29 likes. 29 likes to this one, yeah. She's doing anything anti-cartel right now. Lisa, go sit down somewhere, please. 4 likes for that one day. Nobody go get set. The next person said, Shanique said, nobody go text set for my Prime Minister now, you know. 172 comment. Next, Juliet said, oh, next person said, Juliet for Tompar. Juliet is Andrew Holness's wife, right? Juliet for Tompar. Next person said, boy, I'm going to circle back to them comments here. You soon hear say Andrew are man now. Like how Dexter Daps. Yeah, I don't know if Dexter get a crack off fight and you know, she and Dexter did have a little thing going whenever they supposed to be too loud up and too public, but then it looked like she got hooked on Dexter. Yeah. She said she did think say Cartel are the biggest teal wheel she did ever seen until she saw Dexter's. And she put it in her song that yours the biggest John I ever sat on and all these other things. And that them I refer to. I'm just putting you all on so you can connect the dots. And that them I refer to when them say no, but I got text set for my Prime Minister now, you know. Somebody the next person said Missy Brown said ball out. The hairstyle one dash way. Why? One next person put up one gecko lizard. One next person said, love man like dog. Next person said he looks very uncomfortable. So the prime minister looks very uncomfortable. One next person said, last slide, look like Andrew question himself. One next person said, take your body mouth off of me prime minister. You saw here say Andrew did a trouble her. Next person again, him look uncomfortable. One next person, First Lady Lisa Mama in her heels too, you know. She have on some heels and thing, right? Next person said the hair, bag, the dressing, everything need to throw away. Lisa was hyping a damn caterpillar girl. What? Yup, definitely favor frog. Lisa and Jumpy same way like frog. Last slide look like the music video for Cartel Lego me t-shirt. Somebody says, man Lisa, I look. No meds, she no hole, no bumbo hole. And next person said, a beer woman commenting. One next person said, Lisa, that's a lie from the pit of hell. Little bro, stop. Mr. Bram says, Lisa, my girl, she just down right now over sweet body. Me not think Lisa down right now. Lisa do her thing. I will admit, the clout, somebody else said the clout is one hell of a thing. But the part where the person said, ever since she and Cartel stopped talk and him gone about him business, is like the glow gone. You know? She was, listen, okay, let's be real honest, right? She was getting a hype. She was getting a vibes when Cartel did release. Because to be honest, before Cartel was released, it was a long time since we saw Lisa trending in media. Not true? Not true. And then she and Cartel did get close. Remember, you know, all of we did a question it, and I say, what kind of picture them a take? And you know, people are saying, me couldn't hold no other woman like that. You know, in front of the man with hand on her belly and all kind of something like that, or the way they dancing together and all kind of things. So the people them did I say rumors was there. And you know how the rumor mill goes. It caused the thing for people want to view it, people want to see more kind of thing. So she was trending for a minute. And she got on a couple shows and she do a couple things with Cartel around. They were out partying a lot and all these things. And then it's like as soon as the man get visa, it was done. Him get a visa and fly Ghana, England first, right? Flew to the UK first. No, flew to the US first. And did the awards, the Grammys. Yeah, and Lisa landed in the US the day before Cartel fly into the US. And I said, okay, she's coming here to meet up with Cartel, and then I'm gonna do some things here, and then nothing ever happened. Then the big drama, then she fly go back to Jamaica, then she lose her mind for a minute, and then all the drama, and then them not chat again. It look like, and you know, she's not looking as starry as she was before. Everybody was like, yes, Lisa Hyper is back. Vibes Cartel is back. I'm gonna elevate her with himself. She's gonna be on stages doing big shows and all these things. It never work out that way, you know. Then she side with the feet boy. Cartel left her at JA and gone a foreign with see them. And it a kill her. Audrey said. You think so, Audrey? Because she must have expected that. The fact that she turned to bro God, she down. You know, she down bad. The fact that she went JLP, she down bad. You know what I say? I don't think, now correct me if you think I'm wrong, right? I don't think it's the fact that him leave and gone a foreign with Sidem. Sidem is his woman, his main woman. According to him, his only woman. Because him a one burner, right? So I mean that was to be expected. That him and Sidem would have fly out and all these other kind of things. Unless you just really wasn't in your right frame of mind thinking you and him are going to left cinema yard and fly around the world and do shows and live star life. And then when you come back from tour overseas, you're going to drop him off at the house back to see them. you know, we are going to borrow him and carry him around the world. We are going to do shows. We are going to lock down Barclays. We are going to fly to England. We are going to do this and that. To the Mobos, to the Grammys, and then we drop him back off at the house back to you. It wasn't going to go like that. It wasn't going to go like that. Is that what you're mad about? Me no know. Me no know. He make money with Spice. He make more money with Spice than Lisa, and they can't both be. Now you talking, Richard. Hey, this morning I'm asking for my likes. Okay, come and say Trini LB. Trini LB, big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. And Trini LB, I got your donation, and I appreciate that greatly, my brother. Thank you. Trini LB said 684 people in here are only 200 or something likes. Come on now, y'all could do a little bit better than that. So I'm asking those who are watching to hit the thumbs up button on the show, please. Come on, man. Hit the thumbs up button. 231. Let me see how long it's going to take for them to just hit thumbs up. It's still at 231. We're at 819. It's still at 231. Okay, 249. Thank you for those who just did. Thank you for those who just did. Please hit the thumbs up button, please. Hitting the thumbs up button helps these lives to trend. YouTube will look at your live and they will say people are engaging the live, so we can send the live on for more people to see the live. Or they can bury your stuff and say, people watch but nobody was engaging the live. So that's why somehow they not get no notification either. It's all in the algorithms, right? So when they feel like it's not a live that people are really interested in, I mean, the 4 bad mind people them were there, they're gonna try to use that against me. That's why I'm not hitting the live, because I don't want it to trend. Me like the content, you know, I like him energy and everything, but me watch it when it come on, but me not hit no live. Cause then YouTube I gonna start share it. But the more you hit the thumbs up, the more YouTube will promote the video, share the video, more people see it, more people come here, and you get your notifications on spot on time as well, right? It works like that. If more people don't hit the live, then this is what happens. They bury the live, because them feel like saying nobody don't really care about the live. And then you go complain and say, boy, I look for the live, I can't find it in a SouFlo. Because 700 odd people depend on a few I want to hit the like. So hit the thumbs up button if you mean this well, please. I appreciate you greatly. Maybe you should pause for a minute till they hit it, says Dorothy T. I will. I'm going to get to the pause part, but I forget to the pause part and something we're really, really good with them want to hear the rest. I saw you have to do them. Tell them the Yeah Bobby story. Wait, the Yeah Bobby story. Live must go up. Yeah Bobby story. What story that? Oh, the Yeah Baby story. Lots of static coming out through the mic, SouFlo. Lots of static coming out through your mic. I hear lots of static come out through my mic. Audrey Wright says your mic. Yeah. Yes. 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 Every rocket there's something else. You know what? Let me try something. I have a backup mic right here. I'm telling you, a lot goes into doing this in a car. Right now, the mic frig up. It's still doing it. All right, watch this. Let's see if this will work. Want to hear me now? Lots of static through the mic still. Lots of static through the mic still. Still, yes. Okay, well, I just switched mic and it can't change. Backup mic now do it neither. I don't know what's that sound. More static than beef. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the mic. The backup mic didn't work. Let me see. Plug this back in. Oh, yeah, so. All right. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Lots of static coming in through your mic. I don't know what to do. But now I'm coming like some expert tuner. Monitor. Look better now. It stopped. Good again. All right. You have a little tuner here, so we may try use tune up the mic to make the mic sound a little better. You know. There's a construction, some kind of government building close by, and them a do something right now. And all me hear coming from out there is, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. It better. Maybe it's coming from the camera. I don't know. Still I hear it, but it's okay. You can't win. You can't win. Let's see, we're at 383 with the thumbs up. More I say the thumbs up reach about 400 for me start again. I don't know. Don't know why. I don't know why I don't like Lisa. Lisa is, so Lisa Hyper is my favorite dancehall artist, right? For females. But somebody just said something just now about why Vibes Cartel would not bring her on tour. Because if you check the levels, Lisa had a falling out with Spice, right? She did a, she was accusing Spice of all kind of things. But and I don't know if Spice would take it with a grain of salt, or Spice might be looking at it as you leaking my secrets if those things were true. Because you know them say only your friends know your secrets, so only they can reveal it. So sometimes some people know something about you when nobody else don't know. You and them fall out, them tell the world, right? We don't know if that happened, or they're just finding it unforgiving. But a person just said something will make sense. He will make more money on the road with Spice than he would with Lisa. And Spice and Lisa can't be around each other. And if you notice, he is touring with Spice right now because everywhere he's performed so far, she's been there. Right. Right. So, boy, I saw it go. But it look like Lisa is determined, though, to do her own thing, And you can't fight that. I don't know. I don't know what them. That Mr. Lisa Depan, she's like heavy on social media now. You know? Probably shooting the next music video. I don't know. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Good enough so far. You know, me still think the system against you.
Yeah, but no, me can't do nothing about it.
You can't say nothing, yeah.
No, I understand. Yeah, me understand. Me can't say nothing. Me can't do nothing about it. What
do nothing about it because something is being done about us, not by us, for us, which is not good for us.
Yeah, me can't do nothing about that thing.
Yeah.
So, the things then when me can't really do nothing about, me not even bother worry about them,
That is so true.
Yeah.
Me just try calling me to restart, but my phone to call you. I say, what's wrong? But anyhow, have a great day, man. Listen, and anything, when time I get no notification, anytime I see, me dedicated to watch everything for 3 hours. Me I watch it.
All right, manners.
And listen, bye.
Big up.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, here one. Is a principle I apply to life here, man. If me can't do nothing about it, then me don't worry about it. I don't. Cause what you gonna worry about it for? You just have to be worried. No sense in worrying if you can't change it, right? All right. So on to the Lisa now. Big up again. Me I gonna say big up to Beenie Man. Cause me know people are gonna say, oh yeah, you talk about Beenie Man. I said Beenie Man is not the current reigning king of dancehall. I also said that Beenie Man was not trending at all before Vibes Cartel was released. And most recent times, when the whole conversation came about as to who is the king of dancehall now, and Beenie Man asserted himself, he's gotten a buzz, a wave from that. But that's cool, because that's how it goes. One's supposed to inspire the other, and it's all for the culture at the end of the day. But with that said, I still have to say big up to Beanie Man for being a grown man, because it takes a grown person with a grown mature level of mentality, a grown level of thinking to say, I forgive you, man. It's all good. I understand what y'all go through and these kind of things. And back to this again. Mental health in our community is so not taken seriously because you still have people who use this to clown Lisa Hyper. She have to be strong enough. She have to be strong. Because why you think I was reading out all those comments to you? I was reading out all those comments to you to make you know, say, a dear woman, I make them comment, she feel a caterpillar. The hairstyle needs to dash way. Don't put your body mouth on the prime minister. You know, him look uncomfortable side of you. It goes on and on and on. Girl favor frog, and she jumpy like frog too, etc. etc. There is no, even the one for Beenie Man, there is no kind of other like women saying, big up yourself, Beenie Man, and thank you for, being so forgiving. She was going through some things, etc. No, them just a make fun of her right through. This is the one from Beanie. Here the comment them. From you have a friend or a woman named Lisa, you better run. First artist me here say Beenie Man do something for them career. Lisa lie, you see, because she said, thank you, Beenie Man, for all you've done for my career, your mentorship over the years, etc. First person me here say, Beenie Man do something for them career. Next person say, kiss me teeth with friends like she who need enemies. Next person say, one person over here say, yeah, I cuss the woman and say she licky licky and she a Judas just because she apologized to the man. As much as Ununa like Beenie Man, he deserves that apology after what she said about him. Still not say nothing about Lisa though. All right, next person. Lisa licky licky, you see? Next person. If she cartel did good, if she and cartel did good, and on him she would have been calling king. Next person. This doesn't seem sincere, especially after those wild accusations she made against him. He needs to accept the apology from a distance. Next person. Judas Lisa. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What going?
You good? You good?
Yeah, man, me good. Can't complain.
Yeah. Me see what going.
Yeah.
And it don't look good.
What? The
With
say it.
with chat. It's always being interrupted. And the numbers that go down. May I watch certain things from what you hear.
Yeah.
God yourself, my youth.
Yeah, man, we see it, We see it, but like me say, we don't worry about what we can control still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on to the Lisa hype. Say, lately I've been very disappointed in black women, in the African American women. The black women them will take on the European way of life.
Hold on there. One woman say, you lie upon the man in the worst way, and now you come and try to apologize to him at King Beenie Man. Please stay away from this girl, because if she and Vibes Cartel were good, she would be standing on those accusations that she made against you. You see how the thing go?
Hey, SouFlo,
Hmm.
this is what I say to that. Let him that is without sin cast the first stone. I not believe in everything in the Bible, you know.
Mm.
But some things make sense. Pick
See.
sense out of nonsense. If you check the same people them where I leave comment and I try bring down the girl or the woman, if you see for them life, how them I live. Why them I talk about people and I criticize people.
But my thing is
If
how
a person make a mistake and then realize that they make a mistake and then go and apologize, that's called accountability for your actions.
yeah, and
That's called acknowledging when you're wrong. That's being a strong person.
yeah,
There's nothing weak in that.
yeah. Hold on there. So this go even deeper than that because let me show you some sites, right? People will hurt you sometime and then for them own advantage, they will come back and apologize. But them not apologize genuinely. They're apologizing because they want you to think that's big of them, you know, that's humble of them, that's respectful of them. So them a good person still. But them genuinely did want to hurt you and them are gonna hurt you again and apologize again. So that kind of off at the table for me. Now when we look onto this is the broader picture of this is she has mental issues that are very real and they leave her out there vulnerable. So this is a conversation. This is a conversation for how our culture look at mental health. Cause nobody
and how women in our culture look at mental illness.
Yeah, because nobody is saying, none of the women them are say, you know, she did go through an episode and thing. They're still holding it against her as if it is something she did purposely, willingly, knowingly, and you know, so
this is
them
what
a
I
cast
want
her
to
off
say.
like she an enemy.
This is what I want to say, and then I'm gonna go back in our chat. Jamaica, the people then were born at Jamaica are closer to Africa than the people then were born in a Europe or America. So we have a closer tie to Africa. We are descendants of kings and queens. It is the motherland. And the women who are descendants of that are turning on each other instead of lifting each other up when we get weak. If you see your sister's crown, turn to the side, straighten her crown for her, help her, lift her up, motivate her, encourage her. She need you.
All right, sister.
I'm going back in the chat.
All right then. Manas. All right. That's Marie's message 411 TV. She's in the chat. You can click on her name, go over to her channel, her content, and you know, tell our SouFLoTV sent you hit the subscribe button and all these great things. We are descendants of Africans are from Africa, but I know everybody did a king and queen. Some of our ancestors are these some old horn people, and some of them are did some backstabbing, no good, raspy. I mean, let's think about it, right? And this is just to add a little humor to the moment. She said some very real things, which I can't take away from her. Yeah. Same thing for the brother. Them. If you see your brother crown twisted, you know, I help him adjust his crown and these kind of things. Each one teach one, uplift each other, etc. Cliche. But if we think about society, how society is today, is everybody a good person? No. Is everybody progressive and productive? No. You have some junker out there. So in years to come, when them talk about our ancestors, some of our ancestors was some junker. And it looked like the junker trickle down. And some get it from their ancestors. You know, some were not good people and others were. And all that we come from king and queen, because if you think about it, there were only so many kings and queens, right? A lot of we come from peasants, and we still have peasant mentality and peasant behavior. A lot of we come from, some disturbed people. Yeah, like mental issues disturbed, and we still disturbed to this day. Through the bloodline, it passed down. You know, your bloodline not too stable. Your blood, you know, that's why them saying now when you're gonna make picnic, you have to look at who you're about to have a child with. Make sure you meet them family, you know, meet them mother, meet father, meet grandparents, spend some time around the family. I don't know, go to one of their gatherings, their cookouts, something like that. I see a lady said on the other day, she said for the men, if you're going to date a woman, right? And you go around her family and all you see is women, and all these women are single. Her mama's single, her sisters are single, 3, 4 sisters all single. Our auntie them don't have no man. None of the women in our family don't have no man, right? Them have boyfriends and them date frivolously, but they have no man. She said that is your sign to run. And I never thought about that. I was like, you know, that rotten makes sense. That makes sense. Go around our family and you see one bag of woman just sit down and kick, and no man not there around them. None of them don't have no man. That's your sign for run. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Me don't know, your phone needs fix up. It's you have it on speaker. Take you off of the speaker, man.
Better now?
Yeah, you sound like you did up on the phone that we used to have in our house back in 89.
Guess what?
With the LAN card. You take your card, go around our room.
You say we still love your birthday.
Well, go on, talk to me now.
Why? This time when the data them are disparage Lisa, man. Be forgiven, man. January.
Yeah. But us as a society, man. Us as a society, man, we need to be more knowledgeable about mental health issues, you know? So you know a certain thing. If we know, we can do better. But the problem is a lot of people don't know. Or a lot of people have been trained to not care. I don't know nothing wrong with her. I know such a state, you know, instead of, you know, psychosis is a serious thing.
Why no boy? And a quick comment for the Beanie and Carter thing. Let me tell you something. Now, this is my opinion. Beanie, big. Beanie make him name. Right?
Beanie make him name.
Yeah, and it can't change.
And it can't
change. I live in New Jersey, right? The biggest station in New York, WBLS. Beanie get airplay on a station every day. Right?
Right.
And him say my Professor Rasta. Just let me hype to the young people them, man. Let them go and let them go and see it. You are elder than this thing, man.
Beanie?
Beanie is elder than this thing.
So you tell him say him too old for go on, like him need to leave it to young people?
Yeah, man.
No. Me not agree with that. Because Beanie and Cartel about the same age. So me not agree with that.
What I'm saying, you know, the Beanie, remember Beanie started over 5 and 8 years old. We have CD.
Okay, yes. True.
Yeah. Most people don't know that.
Right. He's been in the business since he was 8 years old.
Yeah, when my son name, he's unlimited.
Yeah.
So, yes, in our Portland.
I would say he's the only dancehall artist that has been in the business for 40+ years.
Right. So,
yeah.
He make him name big. Beanie can full of bottles by himself, I think. And Square Gardens, a lot of them big places, Beanie can full of time, a big catalog.
Right.
And if you let the hype up and then think them, man.
No, man, no, the hype sell, man. Listen, let me show you something different. Watch this.
Yeah.
If you're not hyping a dancehall, you're not making no money. Nobody is booking you. Your bookings dry up. You can't just go off catalog, and talk about you have great songs and a song full of catalog. If you don't have some controversy for back that, nobody's booking you. People, the world has changed, my brother. Nowadays,
Why?
people who them not care about talent no more, really, Being just lucky so them have a catalog. Them more care about what's currently trending. So you have to always keep yourself trending as well. You could have all the music in the world, but if you're not currently trending, you will notice the views, the likes, and nowadays views and likes equals dollars and cents.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you don't have the views and the likes and you not get the dollars and the cents and the booking them dry up, then you will be a has-been. You don't want to be a has-been.
No, but what legend stand for?
Yeah, them put you on some oldies show though, and that's it. Once a year you have the oldies show them. Nobody no want to do that. Man want tour right through the year and make big money like how he always make big money. Lock
Well,
down 30 shows, 20 shows at least for the year. You have a nice chunk of money coming in. If them have you at the oldies 90s throwback show where them keep once a year and it's only 1 hour of a segment of a stage show, you're not making no money. You have to be
but
trending.
no. The way I look at it, see, it's like it's a doctor or a runner, right? When you reach a certain age, you cannot perform it, run up and meet again, right? You can run as fast. But your legacy is here.
Yeah, man.
You
Nobody
see
not
it.
deny him legacy though.
But
But but
imagine,
he's still good enough to compete. That's what may I tell you.
yeah, I agree. But the hype and this thing about you're the king of this and that and that and that.
You
Let
say left
that
it
alone.
alone.
Yeah, let that alone, man. Your legacy is here.
I saw.
And I think I need to say, you need to do a program, right?
Mhm.
Man, this our bridging the man. Cause much stupidness I'm doing in the black community, man. God, man, slide me with that, man. Look at the reach.
All right. Well, that's gonna be one different topic
We
for
need to
it.
do some boat now where we can help them out people candidate listen and the next private slide me with that. Come up, learn from that, man. Because this, the white people just a lot of power, so we have money collectively. And I either get up in our criminality or become broke.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir. One love, Virgin.
Manners and respect, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, one thing I never worry about is what white people are thinking or what white people think of me. And for you black people out there that's listening to this, for the white one them that's listening, me no racist. I have nothing against. I hate racist people and racism. I'm not a part of it. But to tell you that as a black man, me sit down and me overly concerned about what white people think of me or how they view me, or I don't give a me not care. I don't care. You're gonna see me how you see me anyways. So why am I working overtime and worried? Just like I said before, I don't control that, so I'm not worried about it. That's one of the things them. Me not control, so me not worried about it. So bro, me not do no show if white people because they're laughing at us and wherever. Them are gonna laugh after with the ones who want to well anyways, regardless. Right? Me see you are instigator. Anyhow, back to what we had talked about before now. See? Moving on to our next topic now. Because I think we've done enough of the Lisa Hype something. I will end that Lisa Hype segment by saying this. More Caribbean people, because this is not just a Jamaican thing. This is a Caribbean thing, right through the Caribbean diaspora. I would even say right through the black diaspora, but let's go Caribbean. Right through the Caribbean diaspora, I noticed that mental health is treated in a kind of way where it's not taken seriously, and everything the person does, even when they are at their worst, needing medical attention, everything is still held against them. So here's another perfect case of nobody cares until it's one of theirs. Because nobody not really care until God bless them with a picnic. And then the picnic end up being bipolar and you realize when your child is growing up, you raise a child, your child is fine, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, your child hit 13, 14 years old and have a mental break, psychosis for the first time. Not diagnosed, go on, 14, 15, 16, 17, big mental break again. Go on. Then you realize now, okay, this is happening way more often. Then you find out, say you have a child now that suffers from a bipolar disorder or this a manic depressive slash bipolar slash schizophrenic slash whatever, and then you want to take it personal, and then you want everybody to sympathize, right? So we don't really worry about them something there unless it affects us personally. But me I try to tell you, say a whole heap of people suffer from these things, and they get no compassion because we don't understand, and we don't care to understand, you know. Either somebody up behind, or him do it to himself, or a akima act, or something like that. And I'm trying to tell you that it's way deeper than that. Just go do like a studying, man. Someone like to say, you always talk to it like so we don't have no sense. All right, well, show me say you have sense then. Go do some learning, go do some studying, go do some reading, go read some peer-reviewed articles on mental health, right? All right, because when we know better, we can do better. Moving right along. Let's talk about Kanye West confession. Jesus, peace. Uh, you know, Kanye West, what can I say? Well, he is a billionaire. Let's start there. Way more money than I would have ever, not me have. Me, I pray for like half of that. Kanye West said he's back on the billionaires list, and he is up. He was 1 point something billion dollars net worth before. After that election and Elon Musk and well, not Elon Musk, but after Donald Trump got sworn in, and like a month later, Kanye West was up I think 2.8, almost $3 billion. So he's back on the billionaires list. Remember when them kick him off a billionaires list because he said some things and all his sponsors and business people pulled away from him, and his net worth went down to $400,000 from 1 point something billion dollars almost overnight. Well, he's back on that billionaires list, and guess what? He don't have nobody to depend on now. He doesn't have anybody now where if he says stuff, they can take away stuff and him end up with nothing. So he's like really, how should you say it? Him have the money now and them can't take away kind of thing. But it looks like, let's get into the details. Kanye West made a disturbing sexual confession about his cousin, not only in a new song that he called Cousin, but also on social media where he wrote out, right? According to, well, I saw it yesterday and I covered it on my other channel, which is SouFLoTV, where we don't do any Caribbean stuff over there. We just do Yankee content, if you want to call it that. So on Monday, April 21st, Kanye continued his campaign of shock and awe by posting a startling admission on a song called Cousins. On the track, which we heard, he revealed that he performed. All right. Now forget me. He revealed that he performed. Static again, Karen. Babe, could you go on my video and see if it's so staticky that you can't hear what I'm saying? This is somebody says static again. I'll go on it myself. I'll see. Live. It's staticky, but you can hear fine. Would you say they're majoring in minor, or would you say definitely majoring in minor? Okay. All right. Kanye West made a confession. He said that he was hanging with his cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen some niggas kiss, and we ain't know what that was or what that shit mean. That's how he started out the song. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head. That's I'm reading the words of the song. Missing Nanza se fellatio. I'm reading the words of the song. The polarizing Chicago rapper goes into more details about the incident in a second verse, where he said, and I know these niggas about to judge me now. Start off when we was hanging out. Start off when we hang. Told my cousin not to tell nobody, please. No, don't tell nobody. People tell me take it to the grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to man. They thought I was gay. This song on his album is called Cousins, and it's about the cousin that's locked up in jail. He provided more context to it, and this is what he put out in his tweet. He said this song is called Cousins, and it's about my cousin that is locked up in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him that we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet, those were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's till I was 14. Tweet sent. His explanation of events does not give an exact timeline, so it is unclear how old he was compared to how old his cousin was at the time this was happening, and if he was the victim or he was the abuser, right? So, of course, now people want to know. He's been open about his addiction to porn in the past also. October of 2019, he did an interview with Zane or Zane Lowe when he revealed the origins of his obsession. Like for me, Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction, he said. My dad had a Playboy, left out at age 5. I found it at age 5 and it affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life. From age 5 till now, having to kick that habit, and it just presents itself in the open like it's okay. And I stand up and I say, no, it's not okay. Fighting this man fighting with him demons. He must fight with himself. See? That habit had led to some disturbing situations. In 2022, he showed employees pornographic material during a meeting with Adidas. In 2024, he claimed that he was launching a porn studio where he would start filming porn, which caused the chief of staff, Milo Yiannopoulos, to resign from the company. More recently, he had been going on multi-day rants that involve a number of posts showing actual pornography and unfiltered descriptions of his sexual fantasies and escapades. His latest revelation is just the newest manifestation of this morbid obsession with triple X content, if you will. So right before releasing this new song, he announced that he was changing his name of the album from Bully to Cook. C-U-C-K. That is a term that is used for someone who enjoys watching someone else have intercourse with their significant other. Hmm. Kanye, Kanye said the magazines that his dad had, those were fine. I found Playboy magazines when I was growing up. When my uncle them come leave it at my grandparents' house. And we used to dig into their stuff when they leave. Because they would leave, they would come back like once a month. So we know we had some time to put back things exactly where we found them. So we would dig into their stuff, and I found magazines. Hi, beautiful, gorgeous. Come, daddy. Come to daddy. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Say good morning.
Morning.
How you look so? You looking at yourself? You seeing how pretty you are? You beautiful, huh? You are. You are. You are. Okay, so my daughter just walked in here, so we're gonna do our session. A little 2 minutes and send her on her way. All right. This is Milani. For those of you who don't know, my little princess. She's 4 years old and
Yes.
she's gorgeous.
I am 4, and then on my birthday I'm gonna be 5.
And then on your birthday, you're gonna be 5, mommy.
Yes.
Yes, and your birthday is coming up soon too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. You want to show off your outfit? What do we call this part?
Outfit check.
This part is called outfit check. This is Milani's outfit check. She's very much fashionista, and she likes show off her little outfit then before she go on her day. So here we go. All right, jump up on daddy. What that baby got on today? All right. So that's what we're working with today. It's a pink dress. Pink is her favorite color, as y'all know by now, right? All right. Turn around. Show the back. That's the back with the pink bow. I like this, mommy. And the back is out, and it's hot here in Florida. We reached, wifey actually said, yesterday I said, about the day before yesterday, that summer officially started. I think summer officially started for us because we're in 90-degree weather, right? So coming like a Jamaica, she did then, right? Beautiful dress. And show your shoes off, mommy. That goes with your dress. Oh, today we rocking them pink and white Pumas. That goes with the dress. All right. I like the back.
You mean the back of my shirt?
Yes, the back of your dress. It has a big bow on the back.
Yeah.
All right. And then, of course, you got to show off the new hair. Okay. You got to show the beautiful face, of course. But you got to show the hair, too. So you got to turn sideways. Okay. Oh, you got to turn the other side. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice, mommy, nice. All right. Outfit check is done. Yeah, you see all those pink hearts?
And
Missy Brum Brum says Mini Shakira. Mini Shakira. So beautiful. Watch pose. Let's see all those pink flowers, mommy. Look on the smile and confident.
the little hand.
And the little hand and lots of hearts, right? Say thank you, Nans. Karen notice.
Thank you, Nas. Karen Nelson.
Thank you, Missy Brum Brum.
Thank you, Missy Brown Mouth.
I love you. All right. Go have a good day. Oh, man. All right. She's off. Baby, I'll go ahead, Jim. Oh, wow. All right, babe. You know, feel good? All right. All right. So she's off to have a good day. They're out the house now, so we can talk now. Kanye West. My thing about Kanye West comment, I seen Boosie answer or gave a reply. Boosie said, Wow. All the rants and stuff, it makes sense now. His exact comment was, it makes sense now. This ninja been sucking D since he was a kid. Stuff like that will mess your mind up. Yeah. And I can't tell you take from my vehicle because none of in there neither. I said, and I can't tell you to take my vehicle because none is in that either. All right, I got you. Huh? You good? All right. But like drive my vehicle till it go up on E, and then but okay. Thump the like button, says Bob Cosmic. Bob Cosmic, big up yourself. All right, Boosie said, listen, this ninja been sucking D since he was a child. Okay, and I hate that he had to go through that, and stuff like that will mess your mind up. So all the crazy behaviors that he's been exhibiting over time, it kind of makes sense now. He's a traumatized person. A lot of people attributed Kanye West's erratic behaviors to the passing of his mom. But the thing is, he was erratic from before the passing of his mom, you know? Um, but the crazy part for me was how Boosie's comment, for instance, Boosie used the word sense, since instead of sense, S-I-N-C-E. He used S-I-N-C-E instead of S-E-N-S-E, sense. And not one person in the comments cared about what Kanye West just said. Nobody did ask if was he molested as a child? Is he crying out for help? Is he in his right frame of mind? You know, this is a good conversation to have, piggybacking off of the Lisa Hyper situation, right? Where Lisa was out of her mind and saying things that weren't really. So nobody is checking to see if is he losing his mind again, him need for the medication again, or is this really actually real? This is a situation that he wants to get off his chest. Was he turned out that way as a child, etc.? The people, every comment cared about the fact that Boosie used since instead of sense, because he said it all makes sense now. When he should have said it all makes sense with the E-S-E-N-S-E now. Damn, his grammar I just can't focus. Not for nothing, but his grammar getting me upset. Why he put since? And I'm like, damn, nobody cares. Nobody cares when a black man says, or a child, a black boy says, yo, some things, I've been through some things. This happened, that happened. If a little girl say it, it's a whole nother story. But if a boy say it, ain't nobody really giving a damn. And that's why a lot of people hide that part of their life, you know? Whatever that situation was. But like I'm saying, well, in Kanye's situation, it sounds like Kanye was the one that was the person who did that to somebody. Either way, he didn't give us enough context for us to know for sure. But I'm saying, I found porno magazines when I was growing up. Right there in a Clarendon, in Jamaica. It was, I'll never forget, I found a stack of Playboys. And me look through them. I mean, I looked through the Playboy magazine. Them all Playboy had was just naked women. First, she would present herself in a bathing suit, and then the next page she would have half of the bathing suit, and the next page she would have no clothes on and do a naked spread, right? So Playboy wasn't really like hardcore anything. You didn't have any guys in there doing anything to any women in there or anything. Playboy was about Miss January, Miss February, Miss March, Miss April. You know what I mean? Miss each month of the year. And those people used to take pride in that, actually. They used to be like, oh, that's Miss February from 2024, Playboy. Oh, that's Miss January from 1999, Playboy, whatever. So it makes sense when Kanye said his dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazine and his dad Playboy magazines, those really didn't do nothing. But the magazines he found in the top of his mama's closet were different. So the first thing I said to myself now is, why does his mom have those kind of magazines? He told his cousin not to tell anyone, so he may be the perpetrator. That's what I'm gathering from this, Marcia. I'm gathering from this that he's the one that was, but he is also saying that he was a child himself and discovering that type of material. They looked at it and they didn't understand what was going on. All them see in the material a man on man action. So him and him cousin start acting out what they're seeing in the pages. What they doing here? Let's do this. Oh God. Again, I'm glad I was raised a certain way, because that would have never come to my mind. That would have never come to my mind. If me did book up on one of them kind of magazine, I would have never thought I wanted to explore that when we did, because I was always surrounded by people who, like me used to tell my uncle them from the liquor, them I drive down the road and they'll be like, Sean, look on a girl, she rowny, yeah man, body fat and everything. So I've always been like, even before me didn't know, I said, when little boys aren't really into girls, because they're like, ew, right? Before you reach the stage where you're like, I have a girlfriend. Before you even reach that stage, there's a stage where they're like, ew. Even from that stage, me have uncle and big cousin where I like, yo, look on that girl. Look, man. Look on her, man. So I'm glad that was my upbringing. I'm glad my upbringing wasn't, oh, we found this. Let's explore. And I saw man for man action. That will frig you up for life. Marie's message 411 says, SouFlo, what that have happened, or what would have happened if that magazine were not available to them? They wouldn't have had nothing to explore and to imitate. And I guess that's the way how Kanye is putting it, is like, we didn't think of nothing like that until we saw the magazine, and we didn't know what the hell that was. So we were like, yo, let's try this. Maybe this is something that everybody does. Little kids trying to do grown people stuff. Let's try this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Jimmy Ringo said, I used to play kiss and chase with the girls at 6 years old. Yeah, man, by the time I was 6, I had my first little girlfriend too. My mom was reminding me of her name the other day, and I said, Mommy, you remember her name? I used to go to Alpha. I used to go to Alpha. So anyhow, I may have a little girlfriend. I forget what mommy said her name was. Stephanie, I think. And my mom said, I remember because you take your sister money. My sister is 1 year old younger than me, not even 1 year younger than me. We're considered to be cosmic twins because we have the same mother, same father, but we're less than a year apart because she was born like 4 months premature. So, and daddy back to back with mommy. So she was right behind me. And my mother said, yeah, remember, because you take your, I think Stephanie, you take your sister lunch money and give it to the little girl. So I'll never forget her name. But yeah, we did have a girlfriend by them age then. But me I talk about from like 4 years old. You have your cousin them, your older cousin them, big man, and your uncle them. I'm glad I had those influences around me instead of somebody like I touch you up or somebody show you things that you weren't, you know what I mean? And sending you in the wrong direction. Because that's what happened to a lot of them youth here, and it caused crazy confusion in their brain because within their soul they know, there's always this discussion surrounding were you born this way or is this just lust of the flesh? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing?
I'm all right.
All right. Talk to you now.
So, Flo, how are we gonna detect, early so you can give the people them solution? I mean, when your kids are turning gay.
Oh. Jerome, how you so dry? What you just go around?
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that if you see your son play Chinese kid or play jack or play dandy shandy, you need to pay attention.
Okay, so again, when I was growing up, we weren't allowed in the girl them something, and we didn't want to be in the girls' things either. Nowadays,
So
them
you
have.
hopscotch.
Me never too play hopscotch, but boy Pickney did play hopscotch. Me hop in and hop out, but it wasn't one of the things. Me hop in and hop out, so it wasn't one of the things them. I went at double dutch, and them a double dutch rope. Me jump in and try jump one time, the rope lick my leg. Me say, okay, that's enough for me, neither. Me jump back out, I was trying again. Dandy Shandy. Dandy Shandy are what? Are the one where you run and then try lick you in the middle and you run from both sides?
Is there any other word you can use instead of saying lick in the middle?
Judge God. Why? No licking at the middle around here. Okay, all right. We could dress up the language like naked.
Dandy Shandy, they call it. Some people say tight and tight. So you fling after them.
Yes, that. We definitely did play that. We don't consider that girly. But
so a long time we practice with duck and shift and
Yeah, but what the one name where you use them use the hand and do the me don't know that one the name. Somebody can help you out.
Like pata cake,
bakers, man, bake your cake as fast as you can. Yeah, we never done none of them there. We more like make gig and them kind of something there. Make truck out a box, box truck and something there. Yeah. I would say
if you see two boys, they licking and stuff, no, take your lick and switch your back and turn. That kind of shoot little.
Yo, we'll give you a story. Hear this, right? Me used to work at one newspaper plant, Florida Today, newspaper plant. Me used to work there, and a brother used to bring him whole family come there. So him have a son, and his son was going through like 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade up to senior year through those years, right? So him always used to tell me how his son have sleepovers at the house, but his son only hang around with white girls. And he said it's like 8, 9, 10 of them that come sleep over at the house. And I said, you allow that? Because it's a black man, but their mom is white. So it's a biracial couple. I said, you allow that? He said, yes. Wanna watch this? He said, yes. There was a Jamaican dude that work at the same plant. And him pinch me one day, like, him say, yo, listen, him son are one of the girls there. So, true, me not talk about people picnic. Me say, what do you mean one of the girls there? Maybe the little youth is a gallus. Boy, I kid you not. I watched a little youth here go through him 9th grade year and 10th grade and 11th. You see, by the time him reach 11th year grade to him senior year, full blown all the way out. So now all of the girls them used to come over and sleep. Big people now. Them are 17, 18 now, right? Do them senior year get ready to leave school. And the father still a talk about, yeah, they just had a sleepover this weekend. My house was full of girls. I had like 12 of them there. all white girl, Florida girls, booty shorts. Something I said to him, I said, your son, he not dating none of them? He said, nah, for some reason, I don't think white girls are his type. I think he probably like black girls. The father was so in denial. I left the plant. I stopped working at the plant. And I met the father in a Walmart about 2 years later. Cause me and him used to like really talk. They used to live close to me. Me and him used to like really talk all the time. We never seen him for about 2 years. So when we meet him at Walmart, the first thing he said to me, he never said, man, how you been? Haven't seen you in a while. The first thing he said to me when he see me was, let me use a different name. Like him said, Steven.
Not John enough though.
No, me not going to spare John this morning. The first thing the man said to me after I just see me in years, he said, Steven is gay, bro. Just like that. Me don't know if he knows that me find out or what. But when he said it, it threw me off because me see my move towards my direction. And I said, like, yo, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a while. And he was like, Steven is gay, bro. And I was like, what? I was like, what? He said, my son. Remember Steven? Yeah, he used to come to the plant with me and his mom in the early mornings. I said, oh. He said, yeah, man, he's gay, man. He came out on social media and everybody found out before I did. I said, oh, so all the times when he was having the sleepovers, he said, yeah, all the times he was having the sleepovers, he was one of the girls. And the girls knew all along, and none of them said anything to me. I said, damn. So I said, how you feel about it? He said, ain't nothing I could do about it. He left. He's in California now. Me say, yo, the first thing the man was like, Steven is gay, bro. I'm gonna see this man from when I was like, what? What? Like, what am I talking about?
Guilt I kill him.
Yeah, you feel away. But boy.
So you play the hypocrite role, so act like you didn't even know.
Yes. Cause the people pick me on. Me know what act like say. Me know more than me did supposed to know. I didn't say, oh, I knew all along. I just didn't want to tell you, or just say, oh wow, yeah. So how you feel about it?
What kind of Jamaican you be? Jamaican.
Your party son, long time you know tell the boy fishing. Yep, how you couldn't see that? No, we couldn't do it. Oh God. All right, my
yeah.
Yo, why girl, we need to laugh there, but your big fishy son, how you couldn't see it a long time? The whole we see it, bro. We just didn't want to tell you. But yeah, the first thing he said to me was like, Steven's gay, bro. And I'm like, why the hell you just told me that? And who the hell is Steven? He was like, my son. Remember he used to come to the plant with us where we used to. I said, oh. And he came out on social media and told everybody. I just saw him just start going night, And he came out on social before because I guess he even said anything. Only thing I could say was, so how you feel about it? Well, that's what I could say. How you feel about it? You his dad. The man said no know how he feel. He was embarrassed, but he can't do nothing about it because his son left. And all along that boy used to tell us he was trying to get a scholarship at a fashion institution out in California. And I think he got it. I think he got the scholarship for the fashion institution in California. And he left Florida for California because his dad said he's out in California now. So I'm guessing he got, where did I look for? But I remember seeing him before he left for California, though. This time he would have just graduated high school. I see him again in a Walmart, and he was there with one youth where have about 100 piercings in his face and dressed like girl. And they were both very flamboyant and out in the store. And I saw him before I seen his dad. I saw him and I was like, yo, that's XYZ's son. I know his name. I just don't want to say his name here. Right? I was like, yo, that's XYZ's son. Oh, damn. He all the way out. Listen, I'll speak about this one more time. There's a documentary. Somebody in the comment section reminded me of the name, and if you can remember it, please say it in the comment section so we could send other people there to go see it. This is a documentary show that was filmed in Jamaica. They are outside of what looks like a school building. There's a big tree in the front yard, and they're sitting down having conversations. I don't know what the name of that documentary sitting there is, but the conversation was, what do you believe that your first experience made you the way you are? This was for teenagers in Jamaica who are gay. The whole of the boy them, not one of them, not even one, said, "Nah, I think I was born this way." Every single one of them said, "Now that you said it, my first experience was XYZ." Every one of them shared the same first experience almost. They were forced upon by an adult male, or they were coerced by an adult male or an older male who was in the family or who was a close family friend, or some of them was raped. And from there, they went right into straight on homosexuality. So I'm not saying people are not born like that. I'm not trying to be no scientist and no expert this morning. I'm just specifically telling you about a documentary that was out of Jamaica. Seeing Kanye West coming out and saying what he said, that leaves room for all kinds of misinterpretation because he didn't give us enough. How old was your cousin compared to how old you were? If that cousin was 6 and you were 13, I mean, I think we need to know all that since you're telling, right? And if that's the case, you, I don't want to pass judgment, but I think you should stand somewhere responsible because at 10, 11, 12, 13, I knew that my cousin Wing Wang wasn't going anywhere near me. And I think you would have known that too. Remember, I know. Back in the day, them used to have what called common entrance. Nowadays, them call it something else. I take common entrance at 7, 8, and 9 years old. So if you can bestow that level of responsibility upon a child at that age, you would expect for a child at that age to know, say, you know, this got innies and outies and, you know, the birds and the bees and X, Y, and Z. So you can't really always say, oh, because them are just children. Pep, them call it now. Right. Bob Cosmic says, stop heterophobia. Honor your genitals. I have gay cousins and that they are my favorites. I love them to death. One used to play enough jacks with me, says Missy Brown Brown. Yeah, this ain't about this is not even about hating or loving the gays though, or anything like that. This is about a trajectory. Events that can happen that can set a human being on a trajectory. That's why I dropped the documentary that I saw from out of Jamaica, because all the youths them had not had this conversation before. And when the host of the show asked them, do you think that your first experience, your first sexual experience contributed to you being what you are now? Each one of them actually looked, them have that surprised look on their face like, damn. Some of them even said, damn, now that you said it, you know, I never really think about this before, you know, but now that you say it. And the firestorm went off. One said, my first experience was I hold me down and do it. Him hold me down and do it. One next one said, a same thing happened to me. One next one said, you know, our older man we did used to buy me things on XYZ. One next one said, so I'm showing you like a trajectory. Like Marie's message 411 TV said in the comments just now, SouFlo, if they never found that magazine, what do you think the outcome would have been? You know, for the rest of us, that's some serious stuff to think about, especially those of us who are raising children. You have your little things that hide up in your house somewhere. Don't think your kids can't find them. And don't think they won't try to explore with them to try to see what they are. Right? Like the little boy that brought his mom's vibrator to school, to school. And he was in the class like this. It was bring a toy to school day, and the little boy bring his mother like a pink vibrator go to school and in that class. And he was like, "Hey, Mister," like I don't remember a teacher name, but he was like, "Hey, Mr. Jones, look." And he pressed the button on the side and it a vibrator. He was like, "Zero, zero." And the teacher face was like, he's like, "Where'd you get that from?" He was like, "I got it from out of my mom's drawer." I got it from out of my mom's drawer. And it goes faster. And you press the button on the thing. So, and he was like, like it's a spaceship. It's like it's a spaceship. I'm mother vibrate and take out Cargana school. So don't think your kids don't know where your stuff is at. And don't think they might not be also exploring. You know what I mean? Like the little youth to carry the condom. Go to school and you bust it up and boy, you never see a balloon like this before. And then blow the balloon while the next one around there, with them man a big pink vibrator. Oh man, you gotta be careful. That's the message. Because you don't know what trajectory it could put your child on. You know? That's a serious message within what Kanye West just exposed, man, about himself. What if he didn't find that magazine? And you know, we have a thing in Jamaica when certain things can't rub out. If it do, it do. So now, when you tell yourself, say, you shine up your cousin till he was 14, you can't take that back. You somebody already sometime in your life, whether you can't take it back. You did it. So now it's a part of your resume. Yeah. Missy Brown Brown said, little bro, I had a vibrator once in my suitcase. Why for the custom officer that embarrassed me? That embarrassed me. I've seen this in movies, but I've seen it in real life. I think I was with Shakira too. We come out of one airport. I think we were coming back from Jamaica. We landed in Miami. And you know the carousel where your bag them go around? Yeah. The aquarium was always there at Bob Cosmic. Everybody is brave now with it. He says, may hope the youth watch the time before they bring it come to school. If you see how the teacher take it from him, the teacher was like, and throw it in the wall. Juggle it, and throw it in the wall, sink in the back of the classroom. But but we came off a plane. And you know how your bags go around the carousel? There was this big ass vibrator dildo called penis shape. It's a penis, but it's a rubber penis stuck on the something, the metal thing. One suction cup the pan it. Stuck on the metal thing. It's up long and bend over like this. And it's just like go around and go around. And nobody now take you up. Nobody now said that fell out of my luggage. What's my dick doing right there? You know, nobody was saying nothing. Me, I look on it like I have to see who picked this up. But nobody would pick it up. My buddy dropped out of my suitcase. Why? I come grab it. I thought somebody was going to grab it, but nobody did. You need to know who hazmat suits for handle that. Karen noticed say, yeah, my friend was telling me about that and he was telling her to take it home and I wouldn't take it from her. What in the world kind of conversation did I come into? Oh my God. The whole class smell like front. King Bigs. Fishy Friday. Bring a toy to school. Fishy Friday morning. Look at my mom's spaceship. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Jones, it vibrates harder. Look. Oh God. Can you imagine how embarrassing his mom feel? So Flo, you need to do comedy, you'll be very successful. I say amount of time me hear that. Imagine she go a parent teachers meeting. Imagine that teacher saying, "Hey, I need to have a word with your mom. We're gonna have to schedule a parent teachers meeting." And you know, say your little picnic just carry your vibrator go to school, go display in front of the teacher. And no teacher want to see you. What? You know, I'm sending a substitute. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask one of your auntie them or somebody because your mom can't make it because I have prior engagements. If I was her, I have prior engagements that I have to attend, but I'll send an adult to represent. I couldn't go look the teacher in her face. Oh, embarrassing! Oh, embarrassing! Yo, um, on another note though, I feel sorry for Kanye West, but you know what? I'm gonna put it like this, and I know money ain't everything, but he has the money, the resources, the connections to get the proper help he needs. If indeed this story is true, and it's not another Kanye losing his mind moment, off his medication moment, 'cause, you know, some of them people here, they'll say stuff knowing that they said some controversial stuff, send everybody into a tailspin, then a month later them come back and say my account was hacked. Or a month later they come back and say, well, I said this, but that part I didn't say. um I was going through a mental thing breakdown, right? Right. So if indeed this is true and it did happen in his lifetime, he has lots of money and lots of connections to some of the best psychotherapists in the world. Him can get some help now and sort out him life. That's all me can say. We can't say nothing more about that. But yeah, that is shocking. That is shocking. Now, on to another famous person who is now in a lot of stuff. Let's talk about this one. Let's talk about the ex NFL player Shannon Sharpe, who you might know as Shay. You know, I heard one person say, "What grown ass man call his name? Call himself Shay." But come on! But it wasn't so. His name was Shannon Sharpe. And the shot for Shannon, the shot for Sharpe. And they came up with the Shay. It's a branding thing, right? But they end up sounding feminine. Anyway, Shannon Sharpe is now facing a $50 million lawsuit, accused of rape and accused of rape and assault. 50 mil. A young woman who says she was raped and she was threatened by the retired NFL player Shannon Sharpe during a rocky consensual relationship has now filed a lawsuit against him seeking $50 million in damages. Attorneys filed a lawsuit on Sunday in Clark County, Nevada, for a woman listed in court documents as Jane Doe. They're able to sue you nowadays without disclosing who they are. The lawsuit also accuses Shannon of using physical force on her and inflicting emotional distress as well. The woman first met Shannon Sharpe at a Los Angeles gym in 2023 when she was 20 years old. And nearly 2 years followed, they were in a relationship that lasted almost 2 years. According to court documents, Shannon Sharpe, who is 56, is accused of raping the woman in October of 2024 and again in January, the court documents state. Shannon Sharpe on Monday posted a statement from his attorney on X, that used to be Twitter, saying that the relationship was consensual and calling the lawsuit a blatant and cynical attempt at a shakedown. She wants to shake me down for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortion, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed, Lanny J. Davis said in a statement that was posted by Shannon Sharpe, that's his attorney. Shannon Sharpe is accused of becoming increasingly verbally abusive, controlling, and violent over time, and once threatened to kill her and recording their sexual encounters without her consent and sharing it with his friends. I'll tell y'all something, right? This happened one day before he was supposed to ink a deal for his podcast with a new company, and the deal was over $100 million. And this came out one day before. One day before he about to ink this deal for over $100 million for his podcast, this came out. Now, I saw in CNN had the same story with more details, and it said that Shannon Sharpe is 57. He just turned 57. Now, 2 years ago would have made him 55. You're at the gym as a young lady, you're 20 years old, and you meet a 55-year-old man. And you go into a 2-year relationship with a 55-year-old man at 20 years old. Her side of the story is she broke off the relationship because Shannon cheated on her. And she thought they were in a monogamous relationship. I was his person, he was my person, kind of thing. Only to find out he was having other women. So she broke off the relationship. And after she broke off the relationship, he started stalking her relentlessly. So she went back to the mansion a couple of times, and he raped her the couple of times that she went back to the mansion. First of all, more than likely you know who Shannon is. You're 20 years old. What do you see in a 55-year-old man? He is over 30 years older than you are, right? You don't see nothing in that but a come up. A come up. The thing is, she didn't get what she wanted out of it. She got left. She thought they were going to be exclusive. She probably had feelings in it and thought, yeah, he's older, but he is a well-established man who can give me all the things in life that I want and desire, right? But she didn't realize that is a guy with a $14 million net worth. He's a Hall of Fame football player, not just a regular guy who played football. Shannon Sharpe is inducted in the Football Hall of Fame, one of the best tight ends that ever played football in the NFL. His net worth right now on Forbes as of 2025 sits at $14 million. He was about to sign a over $100 million deal the day this came out, the day right before he did. His life is private jets. His life is chauffeured lifestyle. His life is big meetings with big networks. She wanted to be a part of that. I think Shannon was just an older guy who was flattered that a 20-year-old would find him attractive. She's legal in every way, you know. Beat the brakes off it, Unc. Send her on her way. She's definitely not wife material. He's not stupid. He wasn't fooling himself, right? And she not having it. So now there's one part in the paperwork, because I read it yesterday. There's one part where she said he threatened to grab me by my neck and to slap the shit out of me. That's the paperwork that's in court. He threatened to grab me by my neck and to slap the shit out of me. And there was a gun that was laying nearby. So I took my phone and I started to share my location with my friends just in case anything happened. And he jumped up and grabbed me by the neck and told me if I ever did that again, he would kill me. You know, my message is this. Cause what I see, the trend is you get in a relationship, right, with a woman. You could get in a relationship with a woman at the beginning of your journey. See, you don't know where a man's life is going, right? You could meet him today and he's broke. 10, 15 years down the road, he's super rich. You have to protect yourself, especially if you got it already. Especially if you got it already. You know, there's always somebody who is trying to be a part of. A lot of people are targets. They look at you as targets. You have something that can make my life better, make my life easier. So they'll throw themselves at you willingly. They'll do things for you willingly, right? And you'll think, damn, I got this little freaky ass jump off. She like to do this. You know what I'm saying? She swallow from the back. She do all kinds of stuff. I've never done none of this before. She probably doing it with all her heart and soul that the payback is she becomes a part of what you've built. In your mind, you just having fun. So when you let her go and you hear a rape charge come up, an assault charge come up, that's the vindictive part. Because they didn't get what they came for, so they gotta find another way to get it somehow. Do you know how many men careers ended? Somebody keeps saying she's homeless. Do you know how many men careers ended because of one accusation? The public doesn't even ask for proof. Proof is not required. If you have corporate sponsorship, those corporate sponsors don't even ask for proof. So just the fact that you got accused, uh, oh, you got to deal with Pepsi. Well, Pepsi is going to say, listen, we're going to hold off on, we were going to pay you that 1.3 to we're going to hold off on that. We're going to go with somebody else respectfully. Because you just have a lot going on right now, and not saying you're guilty or anything, but we just don't think it's a good look for the brand, right? You'll never get that deal back. IKEA had you sitting on furnitures. You had another $500,000 wrapped up in that deal. IKEA calls, hey, the commercials we shot, we're not going to air them. We see you have a lot of stuff going on. We just don't think it's a good look for our brand right now. Not saying you're guilty or anything, but maybe in the future we can work again. We just need you to get all this in check. You'll never get that deal back again. There's a lot of people who money got stopped completely because of one accusation. One accusation. Now, is she lying? I don't know. I wasn't there. Did he say, I'll choke you and I'll slap the shit out of you? Probably did. I don't know. When you're 55 dating a 20-year-old, there'll probably be times where you might have to say, I'll slap the shit out of you. Because she about to do some 20-year-old stuff around you. And your ass is 55. Immediately your grandparents' side kicks in. Not even parents, your grandparents' side kicks in. That's some shit if my kids did that. Hey, listen, hey, stop. And now it's like, oh, you trying to be my daddy? And you got to think about it. Yeah, bitch, I could be your daddy. I could be your goddamn daddy. Sit your ass down. Oh, man. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. He's saying he didn't. He never said did any of that stuff, never said any of that stuff. We don't know. We weren't there. And the last thing I want to do is to victimize a victim and say she lying when everything was actually the truth. However, this one right here, I call BS. I call BS. You was at the gym. You met this This 55-year-old. We went back to his mansion. That's how her paperwork states. We went back to his mansion. And then after that, I went to the mansion on many other occasions. Shannon released some text messages. The slap and chokes were initiated by her in sexting. Shannon did release some text messages, and I didn't pull them up. Oh man, let's see if we could find some of those. Here we go. Damn. NBC got it. Fox got it. All major news network has it. Hold on there. Shannon Sharpe released some text messages amidst the lawsuit. Let me see. Shannon Sharpe releases. Now playing text message amidst the lawsuit. She wanted that big baby. She was doing whatever she could. She was doing whatever she could to get to that money. Okay, that's how that goes. I got the statement from his attorney right here. Hold on there. What? Only if you put that baby in the wait. What? Okay, can't see that one. The Shade Room got it though, but the Shade Room released it in a format that you can't really see. Afterwards, insinuated that shot endless Joker isn't that. All right, we ain't got it. We don't have it. I'm trying to pull up the text messages so we can get into the details of the text messages because I did see it yesterday where it said that Shannon Sharpe releases some text messages that were sent by her and stuff that was initiated in those text messages. They're too small. Of what could happen if you go to the hospital, they will ask you questions that I don't think you actually could lead to an to do the Jonathan. Okay, man, no. Hold on there. WBSK FM says girlfriend told her it's time to get paid. Yeah, girlfriend said, let's go get this money. Mel, you and your old self meet a 20-year-old at the gym, and an hour later you open up your house and your bed to the stranger. He'll learn to go sit down. Shay. Men like Shay ain't gonna learn to go sit down. You talking about a multi-millionaire, highly accomplished, still very famous. Matter of fact, even more famous now than when he played football. And still getting more money now than when he played football. He ain't sitting down nothing. Them young chickens out here clucking, you think he ain't plucking? That rhyme. And I wasn't even trying. Them young chickens out here clucking, he is plucking. That it just goes with the territory. You know what I mean? That's what comes with being a man who is financially on the up and up. Take care of yourself. He's older. The rest will be available to him. Women say that older stuff all the time. Remember, that's for guys who are broke. Okay? She don't want no old broke guy. Nobody said anything about a rich guy. You hear me? She don't want no old broke guy. She won't say it. She'll just say, nah, I have an age limit. You know, I wouldn't date any guy that's older than my dad. That's like way friggin' too old for me. But she talking about broke guy. Ask her if she'll date a guy who's older than her dad who has millions and millions of dollars and he is super famous and all this other stuff. She'll say no till you catch her over there. Right. So money usually make the talk sound different. Shay says it's just big and tough to me, says Pushy G. Yeah, his bank account big and tough too, Pussy G. His bank account is big and tough too, and that's the part that's attractive. A man like Shay Shay, these women go look at him and be like, girl, he in shape. Okay, how many men you know in that age group with a body like that? And he got money? Man, listen, I'm over there. Whatever he say do, I'm doing. Trust me, they come a dime a dozen for guys like him. Dime a dozen. I'm still looking for it. I'm still looking for it. His attorney. Oh, there's another thing. Guess who her attorney is? Guess who her attorney is? Let me see if any of y'all know this. Guess who her attorney is? Kataja Emperor says a man like him don't want big tough neither. He wants fresh vegetables. Exactly. Tony Busby. I swear they should take away that man's right to perform law, right to practice law. Yeah, rich and middle age, 55. You don't want no 55-year-old woman. It's 20 and up. Matter of fact, they have an age group, probably about 20 to 30. 30 is your cutoff number. Anything after that is smash and pass. That's how I get down. That's why them for learn to keep them third leg in them pants and stop act like them young. Stick to them age. No millionaire 55-year-old man don't want no 55-year-old woman, my friend. Not unless that's somebody who he came up with and that's the love of his life from like high school, like a Snoop Dogg and his girlfriend turned wife or something like that. If it ain't that, that man you're not gonna pick up no. You done right. You've been ran through by a whole bunch of broke dudes your whole life. When me I pick you up for now, and I'm wealthy rich. You would have never picked me up if I was broke and I was this age. You know what I mean? We both been on the earth the same amount of time. You never met nothing out of yourself or me ton millionaire. I don't want you. You don't qualify to have me. I want me a youngin' that just starting out in life. Somebody who could take some instructions. You about to come in my life and tell me, Bob, I'm 55. I'm just old. I'm as old as you are. You can't tell me nothing. You fix your wig. You can't tell me nothing. We don't want to hear that. This time we rich. Take your ass over there. You go find you a broke older man just like yourself. I'm telling you how they think. I'm telling you how they think. High school is the real responsible. Yeah. Snoop Dogg and his wife been together since his high school days. So now that he's 50-something years old and he's with her, that's a marriage that lasted those years. Snoop, you see how many times Snoop name got called on youngins out here? And I'm not saying he did or he didn't do it. I'm just saying. Pussy G says, I don't want any 20-year-old. But that's the thing, Pussy G. The man them, you don't want no 20-year-old, but no 20-year-old don't want you either. Any woman that's in her 40s and 50s thinking a 20-year-old youth want her, he don't want you neither, mama. On the laugh after the old man, them I talk about the old man. Do some reality check. Y'all laugh at the old man talking about, boy, she just wants you for your money. Guess what? He got a whole lot of money, and she can't spend all night because he guarding it. He's gonna give her trinkets of it, right? And for the trinkets, he drilling anyways. So you gotta pay to play. It ain't tricking if you got it. So he playing. Older men understand the game. A lot of them, he paying to play. That's cool. But older women thinking some 20-year-old want her. That boy don't want you. What can you do for him? No 20-year-old walks around saying, I'm looking for the woman of my dreams, about 45 years old, and we're going to build a beautiful family together. She's going to have all my kids. You 25 years older than him at this point. What kids? You can't give him the things that he's going to want eventually, right? He's going to try to set his life good first, if he got any sense. And then he's got the only thing you can do, I take some young stamina in your something. That's it. I'm brag to your old friends them too. Girl, he laughed about 4 rounds. My back was tired. My coochie was on fire. Woo! I gotta start seeing him once a month because that twice a week stuff ain't working. I'm hurting. And I'm menopausing too. It be dry sometimes. And the boy don't have no consideration. He just be throwing my legs here and there. I'm telling him my hips cracking. I can't do them positions no more. He ain't got no consideration. He just drilling and drilling and drilling. Ain't no little slowing down, no hugging, no kissing, no romancing. I be trying to teach him, but he ain't willing to learn. He just be cracking me like they be cracking them lobsters. It's hurtful sometimes. I can't even enjoy it. But he's so fine though. His little young self. It's all excitement. He over there talking to his friends too. Bro, I got me this old head, right? She be on the joint, right? Be beating the brakes off her. She be talking about, put my leg down, put my leg down. I'm cramping. So I flip her into another position, right? She talking about, her scream don't even sound like a scream, bro. It sound like when my grandmama kicked the edge of the furniture with her toes. And I'll be beating this old Miss Mavis. I'll be beating the breath. They be over there talking to their friends about you too. You don't want no future with you. You're too old. So for the women them who talking about SouFLo, me all up but me not call up. I'm still get young boy. You still get young boy for what? What you do with them? You and them have a bank account together? We don't buy a house together, on a movie and live together, on a planning a family, you gave him children. None of that now go on? Okay, so you must know what happened. Alright, mama? So, you must know what is happening. A lot of young boys have fantasies of cracking some old skulls. And they get the chance to do it. You're just one of them. But that's all it is. Now for the old man with money, even if she robbing him or even if her intentions are to take his money, he could spend that his way. Well, before you get any of my money, you're going to give me at least 2 kids. Yeah. After that, you're going to give me a life. You're going to be my woman for a while. XYZ. Well, you can't do that. Well, you can't do that. And then by then, she done fell in love because he's the father of her children. And he's able to provide lovely for her and the children and stuff. So she in love with him. She like, damn, he ain't really my type. But, you know, I guess I'm in love with an old nigga. I guess I'm in love with him. These my children's daddy. I love him. How I get myself into this position, Lord. This was never my fantasy. Like young boy with broad back, chisel up belly. This nigga got titties like me. Rough out here. Shannon has been a celebrity for over 30 plus years, and this man has been around the block, and I'm sure he meets some of these women over the years. He talk about it though. Shannon talks about it. He is well schooled to the game. This is an old player, okay? You ever heard them conversations between him and Ocho Cinco? Oh, they go in. They go in. Groupie love, they get a whole lot of groupie love. You're talking about a Hall of Famer NFL player. First. He been on multi-million-dollar salary straight out of college. And he's 55 now, getting more money than even back then. Right. 20-year-old man, they're not doing nothing. They're just gaining some experience. You know what I mean? Beat the old coochie down, gain some new experience. Sometimes they think she gonna teach them something new. Cougar don't really teach nothing new. It's just the excitement of being able to overpower her because she thinks she could hang, you know, and she can't. Static Mike. These 40-year-old grandparents, terrible. Please don't let me laugh out loud at work. But that's true. That's true. The mic be staticky, y'all. Can't help it. I drink up my beetroot for good circulation and these things. Anyhow, I don't think that situation is gonna fly with Shannon Sharpe and her attorney, Tony Busby. Tony Busby is the same attorney that had Jay-Z on the hook until everything went bad. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, Shay, you,
Yeah, bro, I can hear you.
hey, Shan, is my G.
All right, no, brother, your phone gone underwater.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah.
Yes. No, I'm saying, you know what you and Shannon Sharpe have been covering? We know your parents and your mom without even meet them. So you see, we know so much about Shannon, grandmother and grandfather, just like how we know so much about, Mark Ruby and Miss Cleavy.
Same.
Yeah, man, because
Cleavy and Miss Ruby.
We talk so much and you use, old time people quote and a proverb so much. We always gonna hear something about his grandmother and what he has become now because his mother are so on. So just like how you reason all the time and you always draw back and give credit to your grandmother and your grandfather.
Same.
So he's a whole soul, but it's all so we can always tell people about Mass Ruby and Miss Cliffy so much. It's like we grew up with you and your grandparents, so it's just same way how Shannon Sharpe say.
Yeah. Big man with whole heap of story, not true?
Yeah, man, he's full of stories.
Yeah.
They say, in America, you have a couple million people can tell you about Shannon's grandmother and his grandfather because he always remember them. And as he's about to say something, he says, my grandmother always tell me this and say this and say that. And this is why I'm this person I am. And you have that same trait where almost every morning, if you're about to say something, you turn and give your parents and your grandparents credit.
Yes. True.
All right, my boy.
All right, brother. Listen. In a response to the lawsuit, Shannon Sharpe's legal team released a series of extremely graphic text messages. They claim that these text messages came from the Jane Doe and revealed a request for sexual role-playing and discussion of money exchange for specific acts that she would do to him in the text messages, right? Not to get graphic. So one of the text messages said 25,000 for each cheek. Another one included references to choking and effing her into submission and he would pay according to how much those go. The relationship started out, got sexual allegedly when she lost a bet that she could not pass a fitness test that he put together. And that's how they started doing stuff. She failed his fitness test and got cracked. And then he was supposed to buy her new breast implants. And she didn't get her titties implanted because she failed. So she got cracked instead. I'll bet you this. I'll bet you XYZ. Okay, what do we get paid if we lose or if you win? Okay, if I win, I get 2 new titties implanted and you pay for it. Okay, what if you lose? Well, if you lose, you get to crack me open like a lobster, crack my back, and XYZ. And that's how they start. That's how they started. That's some 20-year-old shite right there. Right there. You could imagine how exciting that was for Shannon with all that money. You could imagine how exciting that was for him. Woo! Well, the James Saras, woman just gone at the gym. Me have to go video call her. Bro, video call her and tell her to spin around the camera. Spin around the camera. So. Oh, man. At a gym. All right. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Tony Busby is known for shady. According to what he was trying to do with Jay-Z. And you notice how Jay-Z used a undercover detective to get information from the lady who was accusing him, who said she admits that it was all a lie. And it was her lawyer, Tony Busby, that told her, throw Jay-Z's name in there in the mix. Him and P. Diddy are good friends. Throw his name in there too. Boy. Hey man, listen. Like my counselor told me, he said, get your money right. Women will always be there. And the more money you get is the better quality of women you'll be able to entertain. I don't know if this is high quality entertainment, but I sure know that this might be fun for a person at Shannon Sharpe's level. You know, you get your money right, you might be out here a 55-year-old meeting some wild 20-year-old who 25 for each cheek and 25 is not nothing to you. Most of these Black American men forget that they are Black in America, says Pauline Davis. It still damages public image too, SouFLo. Yeah, at a certain point, you don't care about that. Life's short, you know. If you already stacked those millions and you could already see your way through the matrix, you don't care about that. The people who are worried about that are the people who are still trying to get it and they haven't stacked it yet. They worry about that. Because if you spoil my reputation now when I'm going towards this $1 million contract, and I never had a $1 million contract before, you just knocked me out of the biggest thing that has ever happened in my life. The biggest check that ever came across a table to me. This is my life-changing check, and you just stopped it. Shannon Sharpe been hitting multi-million-dollar checks straight out of college. He's 55. He left college a long time ago. He went pro. He not only went pro, he became a Hall of Famer. How good he was at a pro. So his money comes from 50 different angles. Look, the man did a damn podcast. And now his podcast is worth $100 million. He ain't worried about that. As long as you can prove that and you have the money to afford good attorneys where you can prove that this person is completely fabricated, this person is being malicious, etc., you're good to go. The public is forgiving. The public is forgiving. when you have the money to make it that way. So he already arrived. He not worried. Right now, just having some fun. Yeah. He good, man. His money is good, so he good. Here's another thing we got to talk about this morning, though. We're going to get off of this stuff. Good luck to Shannon Sharpe with this, because, you know, in all fun and jokes aside, these things can backfire on you, though, like you're saying. And I would advise those who are on the come up, on the up and up, you haven't exactly arrived yet. I would advise you to move carefully. Move carefully. Be careful of who you dating. Be careful of the escapades and sexcapades you going on, because later on, the last thing you want to do is be right at the threshold of this thing you've been working for and building forever, only to be hit with something that wipes that all away. And it's easy. I've noticed, especially for black men, when we lose corporate sponsorship, we never get it back. You're not a Robert Downey Jr. Those kind of guys, they snort coke, get AIDS, do X, Y, Z, mash up the place, go through their worst period ever, and they get to bounce back and become top stars in Hollywood, A-listers again, getting paid millions for a film. Black people don't get that. You make one mistake, you're over. You're over. Look at Jonathan. Use him as an example. Jonathan literally ran for his life and got to court. And I had never seen this in my life, where the judge said, not guilty, but guilty. Guilty of hurting the person who was hurting him while he was defending himself, because you defended yourself with too much force. So things can backfire on us. You just want to be careful. Right? Audrey Wright says, me not make it yet, so don't skip my shenanigans in this chat private, please, and thanks. Bob Cosmic, me not laugh, enjoy it, me not change no more. You know what? If you're watching, have your attorney link up with Jay's attorney and take it from there with Jay-Z's attorney. Yep. Just to prove that Tony Busby guy, he's onto something. I think Tony Busby is like, you know what? We're going after celebrities only. We're going to get the money. The worst could happen is they want this to go away so bad they write a check. Anyhow, the next topic for the morning, which should be our last topic for the morning, is, let me see if I could find this message from this young man out of Jamaica before we go into this, because this is very fitting. Dog nyamuno sopa, samauno. I've had stories out of Jamaica we're changing gears now. I've had stories out of Jamaica where contract workers allegedly robbed people who live over here, who are trying to build their house in Jamaica, and contract man robbed them and didn't do no work, and they can't get their money back. So the lady says, SouFLo, this is his address, this is his business address, this is his XYZ, load them up for me. And I load them up, and the contractor contact me and I tell me, if you take that down, cause him pay back the woman, him go pay back the woman her money. I say, okay, when you pay her back her money, I'll take it down. I think it's still there. I haven't taken it down. I don't think he's paid the money back. He paid back some of the money. The lady said she can't get back all our money. But here what a little youth here said out of Jamaica, right? And then we're going to get into our last topic for the morning. Hear this.
They said the good go and suffer for the bad. Any day they ever build a Chinese construction company in a Jamaica, yeah, for local people like we can go there, go get Chinese mason and Tyler and paint and welded, man. You see? I done everything done. So I don't know, mason man will go around and thief people money and I start them work. Some of you come and just barely do one little same thing and charge you whole heap of money and pay the people them and tell the people them say, when you sick and this and that and no want money for medication, right? And some of you charge the people them a arm and a leg. Some of you una bill a one little 2-bedroom house. Some of you a charge 6 million, 8 million, right? Me say any day Chinese bumbo clock. Me have to cuss bad word.
Cuss
Any
bad
day
word,
never
you.
be like
That's what you
Chinese
talk.
construction company in Jamaica. You see? I you see them shipping them bumbo clock. Mason man them. You see? And then Tyler in Jamaica, you done everything done. Una forgot go look work from them. That me I tell you. Me say the good go and suffer for the bad.
Me like who growing. Me talk like say how old people growing. Watch this. Watch this. The youth them know what time it is, my friend. Okay? Headline. News. Motorists takes their automobile problems to Chinese mechanics. It started already. The Chinese people have figured out, we own wholesale in Jamaica. They own a lot of wholesale, right? Right? Okay. We could own mechanic shop too in Jamaica. They start doing that now too. When the youth are talk about tiler, painter, you know, all the other mason work and stuff, all the other that, watch the China them open up them there in Jamaica for local people. Right now they're there for big construction companies where the road work and government work, building these huge buildings. Wait till them start do it in our regular little communities for regular people. The Jamaican them would do them kind of work here are gonna get frigged. But gonna take advantage of other people for too long. So check this out. At least one auto mechanic of a popular car dealership believes that fewer motorists are now turning up at his location for repairs because they have been going instead to a Chinese operated facility that opened in Ferry Pen, St. Andrew. And according to president of the All Voice Taxi Association, Lorraine Finnegan, he's not surprised because Jamaicans have been dealt a raw deal by several mechanics over the years. You know them one day when knock your car upon the hood and say, yeah man, you need a carburetor. Yeah, you need one whole engine. See it there? The team of Chinese mechanics at Wholehearted Car Company, Service Company, which undertakes all kinds of large, medium, and small vehicle maintenance, fix, decomposition, installation, commissioning, emerged on the scene recently. Long lines of motor vehicles at the location almost daily, including on Sundays. When uno lock up a Sunday talk about it's the Lord's Day, me gone to church. Chinese people them no have no Lord's Day gone to church. Them up 7 days right through. There are long lines stretched gone down the road at this location daily, including on Sundays when the Jamaica Observer visited the location. There appear to be a testament that word has been spreading about the quality of work that is being delivered by these Chinese people. Here's the thing about the Chinese people, them not gonna laugh out your work. For them, it's a professional service to build it. Remember me telling us that them people here look ahead 60, 70, 80 years ahead. You know, you are look till tomorrow. You are look till next week. You looking probably till next year. These people look 50, 60, 70 years ahead. How can we dominate this whole game? Auto industry, auto repair industry in Jamaica. How can we dominate the whole island? That's what they're looking at because that's how they do business. So the only way we can do that is to send our most skilled workers. That means when they get a car that has a problem, nobody else could fix it. Your Jamaican mechanic them tell you this and that and a thief your money and you come back with this. You carry go get them to fix this broke on it. Then fix them broke something and fix something else, right? Then fix something else and broke something, so you have to come back again. These people ain't gonna do like that. They're not. So the sector is under extreme financial. So on Friday, Franklin said that various reasons players in public transportation sectors will easily buy into the services offered by the Chinese. The sector is under extreme financial strain. Maintenance cost of vehicles is very, very high. We have been getting a lot of complaints from our operators that they are getting inferior parts that are being sold as genuine parts, especially front end and electrical parts. They have to wait on certain auto part places to come in with a container. Persons who can find the money, they would go to that auto part place where the containers comes and buy 6 to a dozen of each spare parts that are charged regularly because those used parts are genuine. This is what the newer ones are not. So the other complaint I have gotten is that some mechanics that you go to, they are getting a raw